Everyone is telling her to slow down before she makes another mistake.
They look so ghastly and ghoulish.
All I kept thinking was, is she okay?
Not only did Ariana Grande steal it, she's now parading him around town.
And using meth.
That looks like an injury. And then I have concern.
Fans are concerned that Ariana Grande isn't doing well after seeing her out with her boyfriend Ethan Slater and acting bizarre. Fans are also pointing out that Ariana's face doesn't look the same. They're worried that she's not doing well in her relationship with Ethan Slater, and it's showing. So let's get into it. Every time we get an Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater update, things get weirder and weirder. I mean, you must admit that Ariana's behavior has been off lately, and she's not looking too well either. It makes me question whether this guy Ethan is really good for Ariana, but recently we saw them spotted out in the city together. We've also got some new blind items and a source who has gone to the press and sharing some insight into what's really going on here. Let's start off by talking about the recent sighting in New York City, because you can see Ariana was caught off guard by the paparazzi, which I thought was surprising because she's so used to having her photo taken that I don't know why they would scare her so badly here.
Sorry, Ariana.
Some people are speculating that she's on something and that's why she's acting this way, but I'm not going that far.
Thank you. Okay. Sorry to surprise you.
Let's break down what's going on here, and then we will zoom into those photos. Page 6 reports that Ariana and Ethan are on each other's wish list this year. They were spotted on a rare outing in New York City with the pop singer's father, Ed. A source close to Ariana told Page 6 they had dinner with her dad and family at her favorite Italian restaurant. The source also told us that the group went to go see Ethan Slater's new Broadway musical, which Ariana has been attending a lot. The insider added that the couple love to support each other's work, so when Ariana has a free moment, she is at the theater with Ethan. Keep in mind that Ariana revealed that she's been in the studio, she's been working on new music. We've got a new album that will be coming out this next year. So I guess when she's not working on music, she's with Ethan, because we really don't see her hang out with her friends at all. I mean, thankfully she's keeping her family in the loop, even though they feel like she's moving on too fast with him. But I question where her mental health state is at, because it doesn't seem like she's that happy with Ethan, and when we see her out and about, it does look like she looks ill. And I'm not trying to pick apart her appearance. I really don't think that's cool. I don't think that's like, going to help anything, but we've seen Ariana grow up in the entertainment industry. So when we see her like not looking herself, it makes us question what she's going through.
My only prediction for 2024 is that Ariana Grande is going to announce that she's been privately battling Lyme disease with her boyfriend Ethan. Battling Lyme disease as in using meth. They look so ghastly and ghoulish that this is not even a prediction. I feel like I'm an oracle.
Now, I don't want to say Ariana is on meth. I mean, I don't know how we would know this, but looking at her, you can tell there's something different. And I do think it's interesting that she's claiming that there's like this Lyme's disease prediction, because we've actually seen a lot of stars in Hollywood use Lyme's disease, whether they have it or not, to explain some of their health issues. Now, again, Ariana hasn't said anything about Lyme's disease, but people are noticing her look, and there are some blind items claiming that there are people around her who are concerned. People like her own bosses. This blind item comes from Crazy Days and Nights. They write, the producers of this musical turned movie are not pleased that one of their stars keep getting work done to her face. She looks completely different from when filming started. Plus, there is no more weight for her to lose. She will be dead if she gets any thinner. Now, I don't want to take it that far because we don't know her personal situation. We see a lot of celebrities thinning out nowadays because Ozempic has been on the rise. I mean, I feel like a lot of you guys out there probably know someone who's on Ozempic, because I can name like at least 10 people. It's pretty intense. Now, I don't think Ariana is on Ozempic, but there are people who are worried, and if her bosses are saying something, I mean, that's a red flag. Though these recent photos of her in New York City are what are concerning me, because you could see that it looks like her face almost has been like injured or harmed, and she just looks really caught off guard.
All I kept thinking was, is she okay? Because what's going on here? Did we get hurt? Did we, I don't know, get into a UFC fight? What happened here?
So zooming in on those photos, you cannot deny that Ariana doesn't look like herself, or she at least looks like there's something going on with her face, and her eyes also look, I don't know, there's something off with the pupil. If you like zoom in, I think that she's maybe wearing circle lenses, which are lenses that make your eyes look a little bit bigger and they have like a black ring around them. But there's something really wrong here. This person wrote, okay, I hate speculating on anybody's mental health, but this has to be said because everyone keeps focusing on the affair and not the elephant in the room. In this person's opinion, they write, she has an ED. It's so obvious. I can't believe nobody in her family or her friend circle is helping her. You know what one of the symptoms of starving yourself is? Hair falling out, black eyes, body checking. I sincerely hope she gets the help she needs because it seems like no one is willing enough to be real with her to tell her she's got a problem. Now, we don't know what's happening behind the scenes because we have seen some of the family go to the press and express that they are worried about her. So maybe they are talking to her, and honestly, seeing her out with her father and her boyfriend, that's like a good sign that at least her parents are present.
But he's laughing, everyone's giggling about like what this pair looks like together and how they should be embarrassed to be in public with one another. And all I keep thinking about is, are we okay? Do we need to call someone? Do we need to phone a friend? Because that looks like an injury. And then I have concern.
I just think a lot of people are hung up on this because they are used to seeing Ariana a certain way. And you must admit that when she was married to Dalton, she did look different. And maybe, you know, the whole blonde and everything is just part of her new music career, part of her role on Wicked, and maybe she just likes this look. Though one person commented, her and her hobbit, they're an odd couple if I've ever seen one. You know, my mother used to say the same way you get them is the same way you lose them. It looks like they're both hoppers. She jumps from relationship to relationship, and apparently he does too now. Now, I'm not going to call him a hobbit, but I also agree that you lose them how you got them. And Ariana, like, you know, possibly having an affair on her husband and, you know, the same situation with Ethan and his wife, that's not good karma.
Ethan Slater was with his ex-wife since high school, and his ex-wife just had her first baby. So to her, this year was going to be their first year as a family together for the holidays. And she stole it. Not only did Ariana Grande steal it, she's now parading him around town on Christmas. I'm not trying to say it again. I'm not trying to say where she's going to go. I think I tell people all the time where their destination in afterlife is. But if there is a place, and if there is a list, Ariana Grande is on that list.
Now, because this recent New York sighting has rubbed everyone the wrong way, Ariana just now sent someone to TMZ to send a message to the fans, to the world, and give them some, you know, intel on what's really going on between her and Ethan, because supposedly they are vibing. And yes, that's what this source said to TMZ. In the headlines, they write, living together and vibing. Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater are in an increasingly serious relationship because TMZ has learned they are now living together. Which actually isn't news because we heard about this before, but now it's coming directly from Ariana's team. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ that Ariana and Ethan are living under the same roof in New York City. They also wanted to add that each of them have their own apartments if they want to go off and do their own thing, but they're living together in their own space now. One source tells TMZ, aside from sharing a common interest in acting, they vibe together and enjoy each other's company to the point that they would rather spend time together as a couple than go around town to fancy restaurants. Even though they are doing both, I mean, we've seen them out at a bunch of fancy restaurants and showing PDA a lot. We're told Ariana will return to England early next year to finish filming Wicked. It's unclear whether Ethan will go. He has a commitment on Broadway where he stars in Spamalot. Even if they are on separate continents while she finishes the film, we're told that she'll only be in England for a short period of time. Which is probably a relief to Ethan because I know that Ariana does not do well alone, so her being away from her man for a long time, she might find another one. The fact that they want the world to know that they are living together is huge for Ariana and Ethan. Back in July, we just learned about their relationship and them leaving their past marriages. It seems like they are moving incredibly fast, and honestly, in my opinion, I feel like they're going to be engaged soon.
A source from Ariana's inner circle says Ariana falls hard and fast. That's who she is. Everyone is telling her to slow down before she makes another mistake, but she's that girl who can never stay single for long. According to the singer's inner circle, Grande has taken things to an obsessive fangirl level.
And if they are engaged soon, I hope they are happy and it's right for them. But looking from an outside perspective, I think we can all agree that there's something really unhealthy about this, and it's almost showing in their appearances. So I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye, guys.